Hi, my name is Salvo, and this is the hardest video I've ever had to make. I've recorded this sentence a dozen times already, and every time I stop halfway through because part of me still hopes I won't have to say it out loud. But today, I'm making this video to end my channel. Not because I don't care anymore, not because I ran out of ideas, but because I ran out of energy pretending this doesn't hook. Every single video you see on this channel took me 6 to 8 hours to make. Sometimes more. Research, writing, recording, editing, thumbnails, uploading, fixing small details nobody ever notices. I didn't copy trends. I didn't chase drama. I tried to explain things clearly, honestly, in a way that could actually help someone understand money, life, and how the system works. And after all that, silence. No comments. No traction. No feeling that anyone was actually on the other side of the screen. At first, I told myself, this is normal. Everyone starts like this. Then time passed, and eventually, it stopped feeling like patience and started feeling like self-deception. I want to be very honest with you. I didn't start this channel for fame. I didn't start it to flex. I started because I genuinely believed education mattered. I believed if you explain things clearly, if you speak honestly, if you respect people's intelligence, the right audience would eventually find you. That belief kept me going longer than logic should have. I started this journey in Spanish. My goal was simple: educate Spanish-speaking viewers about money, finance, and how the world actually works. Not hype, not scams, real explanations. I put my heart into those videos, and almost nobody watched. So I told myself, maybe the language is the barrier. So I switched to English. New scripts, new voice, new effort, same result. And that's when something inside me quietly broke. Because at some point, you stop asking, how do I improve? And you start asking, does this even matter? This is the part nobody talks about on YouTube. They show you success stories. They show you growth charts. They show you thumbnails with arrows and shocked faces. They don't show you the nights where you stare at your analytics. They're a personal judgment of your worth. They don't show you refreshing the page knowing nothing will change. They don't show you the embarrassment of telling yourself, tomorrow will be different for the 100th time. What hurts the most isn't low views. It's the feeling that thoughtful content doesn't belong here anymore. I've come to a painful realization. Most people aren't looking for understanding. They're looking for distraction. Quick dopamine, reels, shorts, noise. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it means channels like this, channels that ask people to slow down and think, are fighting an uphill battle that never ends. And I'm tired. I'm tired of giving 6 to 8 hours of my life every single day to something that gives nothing back. Not money, not growth, not even feedback. No, this helped me. No, keep going. No, I needed this. Just silence. You start questioning yourself in ways that are dangerous. You ask if you're stupid for trying. You ask if you misunderstood reality. You ask if caring too much was the real mistake. I know some people will say, just keep going. But those words are easy to say when you're not the one paying the emotional cost. Consistency is only powerful when there's at least a signal that someone is listening. Without that, it becomes self-harm disguised as discipline. And I need to protect myself now. So this is my last video, not because I failed, but because I tried honestly, and I need to accept the result. However, there's one last thing I want to say. I don't want to disappear quietly without telling the truth. This platform is not broken, but it is not neutral either. It rewards speed over depth, emotion over clarity, shock over substance. If you are someone who wants to teach, explain, or educate, you will feel invisible for a very long time. And most people don't talk about that because it doesn't fit the success narrative. If you're watching this and you're also trying something creative, something meaningful, something slow, I want you to know this. If nobody sees you, it does not mean what you're doing is worthless. But it does mean you need to decide how much silence you can carry before it starts hurting you. For me, that line is here. Now, this video is also an experiment, a painful one. If this video somehow reaches people, if in the next 48 hours this channel sees real response, real engagement, not pity, then maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is still space for this kind of content. So I'll be very direct. If this video reaches 5,000 subscribers, if it reaches 100,000 views, if there are 20,000 likes and 2,000 comments within 48 hours, then I'll stay. Not because numbers magically fix everything, but because it would mean I wasn't talking into a void. If that doesn't happen, then this channel ends here. No drama, no comeback video, no I'm back thumbnail, just acceptance. To anyone who ever watched silently, who learned something without commenting, who benefited without reacting, thank you. Truly. I'm sorry I never knew you were there. And to anyone watching this now, this is not a guilt trip. This is just honesty. Sometimes the hardest lesson isn't about money or success. It's about knowing when to let go of something you wanted badly, because holding on is hurting more than walking away. So this is goodbye. Or maybe this is the one time I'm wrong. Either way, thank you for listening. My name is Salvo, and this is where I stop.